Hi, my name is Star, and today I'm going to be showing you how to build a custom speeder. This will be built using all of the parts you received through the tutorial. Let's get started. Step 1 is we have to deploy a core. We'll use the number 5 button or the deploy ground element to deploy a core. If you don't see the core on your right hand side in your quick access bar, you can open up your inventory with the I key, find the core, and drag it over. So once we find a good spot where it's blue, we can use the page up and page down buttons. So we're going to want to put it a little bit up in the air so that we can work underneath it. Then we're going to click, set an owner, and deploy. Now that it's deployed, we'll go to our number 2, which allows us to place voxels. We'll pick a voxel material. Again, if that's missing, go to the inventory and find the voxel material and drag it. And we're going to do a 2 by 4. Then on the bottom here, we're going to do 2 more, and then using the S key, we can walk backwards. We can put this long front end onto our construct. Now we'll go to the back and we'll put another one back here. Just a couple voxels. 3 will work out just fine. And that's about our basic shape. One more thing we'll want to do is in the bottom, about halfway, we'll add 2 more voxels. That'll be to mount our hovers. And then let's put a couple more. Why don't we do it on the top? And that'll be to mount our headlight. So now move to the number 1 key where we have all of our elements. Again, if the elements aren't in the quick access bar, we can open the inventory, select them, and move them over. So I have the hover picked first, so we'll just deploy that. So as you see, that piece we put on the bottom, we put that on the bottom so that we can easily mount our hovers. Now, if you have a problem like this, what you can do is hold Shift and the R button, and you can move it around with the scroll button on your mouse. So there it is. There's our 2 hovers. So now let's move on to, what do we have next? Stabilizers. So on the speeder, your stabilizers are up here, which is normally how they're used. But for the sake of starting out, it's actually better to use them as wings so that you get lift. Now you can buy wings from the market, and I suggest that because it will make your speeder fly quite a bit better. And if you're in the market, I also suggest you buy a small engine instead of the extra smalls that come with the starting speeder. But for the sake of this tutorial, we are going to use the parts that you get from the tutorial. Now, pick your engines, put them here. Now you can just tap the R key, and as you see, they'll change their orientation. There we go. And we'll mount one more. This being our starting speeder, with just get us around, and with the idea that we're going to be taking it back apart as we go between Alioth and the Sanctuary Moon. We are not really looking for an exact pretty build here, just something to get us started. Now we'll mount the fuel tank, and let's mount our hover chair. Okay, so we've got most of our basic parts. Now we need some brakes. The brakes are fairly easy. You just want them pointing backwards as you see here with the arrows. And for these, I'm just going to mount them one after another here, using all of them that I got with the tutorial. Now, let's put the headlight on the front so in the dark we can see a little bit. And then one of the most important parts that really make this speeder very, very easy to fly is to make sure we use the right amount of adjusters and in the right place. For this, I like to put them right at the end of our construct here. And then we also want to make sure we get all the sides except for the front facing side. This will give us the pitch and the yaw and the roll that we're looking for. Now we won't get a great amount of roll with them this way. That's where putting them on the tips of our wings come in handy. That'll give us a good amount of roll and will allow our construct to fly very responsibly. Now that that's done, that is the basic speeder. There's one more important tip, and that's to exit build mode. Look at our seat, right click on it, go to Run Default Configuration, and change this to a pilot flying construct configuration. It will ask you to confirm. This will also make it much easier to fly. Now last, we want to put some fuel in the tank. We use the number 6 key or the refuel tool. Again, if it's not in your quick access bar, the fuel itself, go into your inventory and add it. Now that we have our fuel, we can jump in and take it for a little ride. Now I like to fly in third person. You can use the insert button. You can fly in first if you'd like. It's completely up to you. Now I use the arrow, or not the arrow keys, excuse me, the A, the D, the W, and the S to get an idea of how your construct moves around. The space bar will put you up in the air, engage your hovers, and then using the scroll wheel on the mouse will turn your thrust on. This particular little speeder is pretty fast and responsive. As you can see here, we're already almost up to 400 kilometers an hour when we get there. There you go. I just wanted to show you this because this is a very quick, easy way. It is quite a bit more responsive and faster than the starting speeder. It uses less parts, so it's less to carry in your nano pack. And at the beginning, that's important because you can tear this thing apart and you can take it between Alioth and the Sanctuary Moon. Thank you for visiting and listening to me about this basic tutorial.